Alright guys, just finished breakfast. Really good place. Walking back to my car right now. We're gonna meet with my friend Kim. We're gonna go to the Japanese gardens. Haven't been. It's a tourist attraction. But last time I tried to go, it was very crowded. But it is a Wednesday now, so hopefully it's not as bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the Japanese garden. If you ever want to come here, just the FYI, it is about $10 for admission unless you're a San Francisco resident, which it's $7. First impression, wow, it's beautiful here. They really captured the essence of Japanese agriculture, the plants, the architecture. It's very serene, peaceful, very calming, and with the weather how it is in San Francisco, being in the high 50s, low 60s during the day, it's very comfortable here too. While the Japanese garden was beautiful, the only downside to it was that it was pretty small. You're able to get through all of it in about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how much time you stop to look at every minute detail. Another thing about the garden that I didn't shoot on my camera was that there was a little place to eat where you can get Japanese food like ramen, mochi, and other Japanese snacks, but we had just finished eating prior to coming here, so we weren't that hungry yet. Unfortunately too, they had this massive structure in the middle of the garden that I suppose is supposed to be the centerpiece, but it was under construction and was covered in tarp, so it kind of took away from the attraction and ambience out of the whole place. I'm sure when it's finished it will look great, so maybe until then, it might be best to check it out when it's finished within the next year. Overall, the Japanese garden was beautiful. I think it's worth a visit if you're in the Bay Area. It's affordable and full of great photo opportunities, especially if you're into plants and Japanese culture. And the fact that they have Japanese food is also a plus. Alright, so now we just left the Japanese garden. We are now at San Francisco Botanical Garden. A little bit different because it's not focused so much on Japanese culture and architecture and more so on the plants. And they actually have regions such as New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. And they have it sectioned out where you can go to each zone. And I guess they have plants specific to those areas. So we're going to check it out and see what kind of plants they have in those areas. So. Alright guys, we are now in Australia. We're gonna go and see some kangaroos and some dingoes. And we might even see some koalas while we're here. We gotta be very, very quiet. Oh. Okay, no dingoes, no babies. Dingoes are not eating babies right now. But we always gotta be on the lookout for that. Because there's also really crazy reptiles and stingrays around here. You know what I'm saying, yeah? So we gotta be real careful. That was my Australian accent. Sorry if I offended, but I do it out of love. A tea tree? Lemon scent? I don't smell it. False advertising. Dixonia tree or Dixonia. It's an interesting name. Anyway, Yo, 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 yeah.
You start rapping, I'm leaving.
San Francisco Botanical Garden, Australia, all the way to New Zealand. Yo, what's up, Kim? Alright guys, this is one of my favorite trees. It's called the manio. It's Podocarpus salignus in its biological name. And normally in Chile, the manio is grown in gardens for its graceful drooping foliage. Its wood is used in carpentry. And other species of this plant you can see usually in New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. The distribution of this plant suggests that the genus originated millions of years ago on the single southern continent of Gondwana. So, just a little history for you guys. I didn't read that anywhere. I knew that on the top of my head. Just a fun fact for you. At this point, I ran out of room on my camera, and the battery was at 10%, and I had no spare with me. I know, I'm bad at this, but I'm also new, so forgive me. Fortunately, I did have some photos taken with my phone, so here you go. Just an FYI about this botanical garden, it is just across the street from the Japanese garden. It's a lot bigger, and the cost of entry is the same, so if you don't care about the Japanese aspect, I recommend you go to this one instead. After we left the park, we went to a bakery that was recommended by one of my friends. This is called Cinderella Bakery. Unfortunately, I had no video, but take my word, this is the best bakery. It's Russian themed, so they have things like pierogies, they have hot food like beef stroganoff, and cold food like olive salad, which is like a Russian potato salad, just to name a few. I went here multiple times during my time here in San Francisco, and even took my parents here. My dad fell in love with the cherry strudels they had, and wishes that they shipped. So if anyone from Cinderella Bakery is watching this, we need your product nationwide. Anyways guys, this is going to be the conclusion of the video here at this point, because I have no more footage. I know it wasn't so food oriented, but remember, I am also a traveler who likes to explore the non-food side of things and want to be able to share it with you all. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, we'll see where adventures take us next.